Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And New York has possession. Cunningham outside. It's Martin on the wing. They set the pick. Launches it. Howard grabs the miss. On offense, here is Athens. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Mitchell with the ball.
I like the heart Ariza plays with on D. Not going to give his man any ground. Fighting him every step of the way.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. This one for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And Harden's got the ball here for Athens. The shot by Howard, no good. Cunningham on the wing. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And so it's Athens with it. After the basket by New York on the other end. Knocked loose. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Stolen by Harden. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Davis. Lets the 3 fly. Sends it home from three-point land.
Smart move from the big man to get rid of it there. The defense was closing. Davis let it go.
Lillard looking around. Davis with a rebound. .133 left in the first. On the wing, Mitchell. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Wide open look. Lillard with the bucket.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
New York making a switch here.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Your home team.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Howard. Outside Tatum. Back to Howard. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Goes up from the block. Now here's Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Tatum pulls it in. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Athens. Outside Harden. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
For Harden, that's just like an extended free throw.
Here's Lillard. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact. Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Back to Tatum. Lets it fly from 18. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's Athens leading by just 2. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Athens here in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead. Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Here's Livingston. Miller on the wing. Parrish with a rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Hardaway. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Drops in the 3. Worthy's got his first 3 points of the game.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Now here's Lillard. Martin, left side. Off target from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play.
Got to be careful around Martin. Kenyon Martin's athleticism allows him to send shots in reverse with force.
Lillard outside. Here's the 3. Pass to Hardaway. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Over Anthony. Here's Parrish. Out to the wing. From deep. The shot, no good. Athens leading by 3. Here's Mourning. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Boy, the aggressiveness of Mourning inside, I like it. I mean, when he's this deep, he's looking to throw it down.
Miller on the wing. 4-3. He buries it from 3. Miller's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Looking to win the run. Got a hand on it.
How about the reach of Mourning? Very impressive and very long, too. An elite shot blocker. He does a good job timing his jump.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Athens.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks. And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Driving in. Livingston, good. Livingston's got his first basket.
Got to fight harder to get over those screens. Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Martin. There's a screen. And he lobs it up. Hardaway on the wing. From the elbow. Miller pulls it in.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Assistant.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
That is a huge three for them mentally. You don't want to go into halftime staring at a double-digit deficit.
And we finished off one half of play. It's Athens leading by 9. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Athens leading by 9. Into the lane. Livingston. Deflected.
Got to be aware of where Kareem is now. He's an intimidating, effective presence protecting the rim.
It's hauled in by Athens. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Down low. Here's Mourning. Miller, he's open. And from 16 feet away, he cans it. Miller's got 7.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
The steal. Here we go. Here's Livingston. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Pass to Worthy. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. 6 points for him.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And it's Doncic missing.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Pass to Miller. Fires for 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Miller is a laser from deep. He can be lights out there. The defense has to make it tougher for him.
Here's Doncic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Pass to Olajuwon. Doncic outside. There's a screen. 3-pointer. Luka! Lethal!
Doncic really excels at keeping defenses off balance in the pick and rolls.
Here's Miller. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York trails by 14. Pass to Doncic. A minute 29 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter.
No matter what you throw at Doncic, he'll adapt. Nice shot there.
He got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Checking in for your home team,
There's a minute 12 left in the 3rd quarter. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Worthy. Blocked!
Well, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
he's in line up for your home team, number 77.
Here's Cunningham. Lets it go from deep.
And even losing big, you have to maintain composure if you want to avoid embarrassment.
Turning on to the floor for your team, number 12, Evan Turner.
Athens leading by 12. Pass to Worthy. Miller outside. Here's Worthy. Deflects the pass. Five on the clock. Takes it inside. And he comes up with a bucket. Worthy's got 8.
Smooth going into the lane. Worthy is a guy that you would pay to watch him do his thing.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Anthony outside. "12 seconds left in the third. Offline with a 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's Athens going into the break up 12. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight.
37.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter. Stranger things have happened. And New York has possession. Down by 12. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Athens. Tatum with it. There's the 3. And Tatum drills the 3.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Back to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. Athens leading by 13. Harden surveying the D. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. Pass to Mitchell. A shot from the mid-range. No luck on that one.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Howard grabs the miss. Now Mitchell. And now we've got an intentional.
I'm the one that they call for the help. I'm the one pulling car get dealt. I'm talking about blessings. They don't want to see me blessed. Why they won't take my blessings? Gotta put them boys to rest. They don't want to see.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Outside, Ball. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ball.
Cunningham using his length right there to affect that shot.
Ball, no good. Here's Martin. And finished off by Martin.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
From past the arc. Picked by Olajuwon. Here's Ariza. Trains the three-pointer.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Out left to the wing. Harden. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Abdul-Jabbar with the ball. Turkoglu picks him up. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Here's Ariza. And again, it's New York.
Look at Ariza's mechanics. He's put in the work on that jump shot.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Albuquerque. 9-point game. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. In the corner, it's Turkoglu.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Albuquerque shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He's perfect from the line this time.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Now here is Martin. Picked by Olajuwon. Three-pointer. Here's Cunningham. Drives to the hoop. And he can't jam it through. And Albuquerque with the possession. They trail by 7. Back to Ball. Pass to Nene. Now Abdul-Jabbar. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide.
He's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Coming onto the floor for the OA team,
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Outside, Ball. A kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Poke loose. It's stolen by Cunningham. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Tries again. Rebound by Albuquerque. And it's Abdul-Jabbar atop the key. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They get the rebound. Albuquerque trails by 7. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here.
checking in for the away team, Kenyon Martin. Tim Hardaway Jr.
23 seconds left to play in the first. Ball surveying the defense. Pass to Nene. 6 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard from outside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Ballers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Ballers.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
They have also been superb at blocking shots. Just the timing has been impeccable, setting the tone on the defensive end and making those guys think about what they're doing with the ball.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got his first 3 points of the game.
A creative score. Mitchell uses that versatility and shot-making ability to keep the defenders guessing.
Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
Yeah, once he gets to the rim, it's lights out. Kemp, just too much power and explosiveness.
Here's Doncic. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Pass to Kemp. Now Vujicic. And that one drops for him.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Abdul-Jabbar with the ball. Back to Doncic. And Doncic with the triple.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch. Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Kemp. And slam dunk by Kemp.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Crosses over, and Wiseman sends it back. .54 seconds left in the first half. Out to the wing. From deep, Turkoglu. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Stolen by Vujicic. And, oh, here we go. Turkoglu's got it. The fast break chance.
A big guy with great range. The defense can't let Turkoglu find his spots at the arc.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. Doncic, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Albuquerque. They trail by 1. For the finish. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the focus from Martin on the fast break? He doesn't waste the advantage he has over the defense.
With 4 seconds on the clock. And Kemp puts it in. Kemp's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead, leading by just 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
The two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that'll grow too.
Ball from deep three-point territory. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
Nene, the screen, to the middle. Pulls up on the elbow. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Nene's got 6.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size, with that kind of touch, that is money.
Ball from long range. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got it all tied up now for Albuquerque. Pass to Cunningham. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the ballers now. Here's Cunningham. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Assist goes to
6 points for Cade Cunningham.
Capable of scoring from a lot of levels. When you guard Cade Cunningham, you're going to have to make a choice. This time they chose wrong.
Abdul-Jabbar up top. Ball from long range. It's rebounded by New York.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Cunningham with the slam.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Albuquerque trails by 5. Ball no good. Cunningham inside. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Cunningham's got 11 points here in just the second half. .153 left in the third quarter. Ball with it. Picked up by Elijah Watt. It's stolen by Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Yeah, Cade hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
And Ball puts up a deep 3. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his third foul of the game.
second team foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Mitchell left side. They need this. Here's Nene. Pass to Mitchell. They grab their own miss. They get a hand on it.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. And wow, coming from Cade, that's good stuff.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Albuquerque. It's a 13-point game. Lets it go from 14. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Elijah Watt. And the Ballers making a change here. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Mitchell puts up a deep three. Misses the three. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Kicks it out to Turkoglu. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Turkoglu's got 6.
And not a shot you see often from Turkoglu, showing off his skills there. And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And so it's New York with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one.
45.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Albuquerque trails by 14. Hardaway with the steal. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Now Hardaway Jr. up over top right there, rising up.
Ball with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Abdul-Jabbar for 3. New York moving the ball around. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Line for 2.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Looking to get it going. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. New York leading by 17. Ariza with it. Now guarded by Ball. Ariza no up. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
You know, he should know better. A pass like that is going to wind up as a turnover more often than not.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Good work there as it goes. 23 points for Cade Cunningham.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
Ball no good. Now Cunningham takes it. Look at that.
And Cade Cunningham earning every bit of those points, just driving against contact and still able to focus and finish.
Ball with the bucket.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Cunningham for 3. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Ball gets double teamed. From downtown. And again Albuquerque with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Offensive rebound. Can't get the putback. And Olajuwon has got the ball here for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Turkoglu. Knocks it loose. Now Martin jacks up a 3. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight it's going to come in a win.
That's good by Mitchell. And here are the Ballers now. They lead by 14. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Donovan Mitchell.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
And the second free throw, good. And so here's Albuquerque. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. There's Ball with the 3. Robert Parrish comes up with the rebound. 3-pointer, Lillard. New York, no good that time either. Outside, Ball. That's a 2 from Lillard. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A solid win.